Hello everyone, welcome to Dodles Live. My name is Claudia, and if you have not joined us before, we come on Instagram Live Monday through Friday to give you guys a first look at the new app called Dodles. If you haven't heard of Dodles, it's a new app that makes animating fun, fast, and easy. And within the app, you can draw, animate, and share what you create with your friends. In the Instagram story today, I asked you guys to pick an iconic duo from Sesame Street between Bert and Ernie and Elmo and Big Bird. And overwhelmingly, like 70% of you guys said Elmo and Big Bird. So I started making a dodl related to those. I also made a Bert and Ernie just in case you guys flipped on us before our live stream. And then the second portion of our live stream today is where I need you guys' help. I was talking with the team about new features. We have some questions about what features you guys are looking for next. So hang in there. We're going to go through the dodl really quick, answer questions about that, and then we want you guys' input on what features come next on our live stream. Today we have Zeb on camera. If you guys have any questions for me or Zeb, please let us know and we'll be sure to answer those. And as always, if you want to download the app, you can go to the link in our bio, fill out those 5 easy questions, and then within about 48 hours you'll receive access to download the app. So this is what I have so far. I just built this Elmo. I think the only animation on him so far is that his mouth moves just a little bit. Yeah, it's like a very slow movement. And then I started building our Big Bird. Big Bird's going to be pretty simple to make. You just have to add some detail on the outside. So I'm gonna use that freeform shape tool at the bottom. If you guys didn't see how I did that, we have this menu at the bottom here. You click on the shapes tool, and then you click the one that kind of looks like a paper crane. And then I'm gonna select the color that I want, and I think that's the right color. What I'm gonna do is color match real quick. This is a feature that you guys don't have yet, but that's coming soon. Yeah, that's the perfect yellow. So now I'm gonna make that outside, and Big Bird's just kind of fluffy on the outside, so we're gonna make some little bumps. Really simple, nothing too complex. And then if I were to let this go right here, it would cover Big Bird's face. So I'm gonna make another little circle right there so I can leave it on top. Perfect. So now I've just created the outside of Big Bird, and then I wanna create his beak. I can do that using a shape, or I can do that drawing it. Do you guys have a preference? Should I draw Big Bird's beak, or should I use a shape tool? Whoever says first gets to pick. Is that the app? Yeah, the app is free in iOS. So you guys can go to the link in our profile to get access to the app in beta. We are still testing right now. Did anyone have a preference? Draw. Oh, awesome. Thanks.
Endless code.
Thank you. I like the input. So I just peeked at a picture of Big Bird, so I don't know exactly what his beak is, but I'm gonna do my best, you guys. So I'm gonna use this ruler tool for our drawing tool, and that makes sure that we have pretty straight lines. So I'm just gonna create a line that goes up to here, and that his beak is actually fairly long, so I'm gonna have it go there. Then I'm gonna create another one that comes here. And then for the rest of it, I'm gonna take off that straight tool. And actually, I think I'm gonna redraw that, this line. I'm gonna make it down a little bit so that his beak can be a little more rounded. Turn that off, and then I'm gonna go back in here and make it rounded. And then over here.
You're doing an amazing job, Claude.
Thank you. So it looks like that. Like I said, that's not perfect. But you guys can, and see, you can use that eraser if you want to redo that line. All of the lines I did were used under the drawing tool, so then you can just click back in and go back in and edit it like that. Great. So now we have the beak that kind of looks like that. I could draw another layer so that he can open his mouth. I think I'm going to do that really quick. So that straight tool again. That one come there. Have a little one come there. And turn off that ruler and then just make a curve. Yeah, it's not bad at all. So now we have 2 different layers for the mouth. Actually, right there, that curve isn't perfect, but we're gonna keep it. And
then to fill those in, I can just use the free form shape tool if I want to, so then that way our mouth has some color behind it. I'll do that real quick for you guys. I think is his beak still yellow?
I don't know.
I think most of him is yellow. If I'm wrong, you guys sound off in the comments so that I know. But we're gonna make his beak a pale yellow, or is it orange?
I don't know.
We're gonna make it orange. Guys, we're getting wild here on Dodles Live today. All right, so I'm gonna start drawing that beak. I try to draw it mostly within the shape of the beak so that I can fill it in pretty well, like that. We're gonna send that, like that.
Ooh.
I'm gonna do that with the next one real quick for you guys. I just went to our preset colors. You can create a more detailed color if you guys want.
Ah.
And then I just click on that item and send it down so it goes, oh shoot. So it goes down below that layer. Now we have those 2 layers for the mouth.
Ooh.
Actually,
They did. Oh.
oh.
Someone said it's yellow, but orange looks fine.
Oh, is it? Oh, I'm sorry. I couldn't remember. Let's see. I want that one to go down there, like that. Now that looks nice and clean. All right, so now we have the start of our big bird, and if I wanted, I could outline that yellow layer so that he looks nice and crisp and clean like our Elmo does with that black edging. Just gonna make the Sesame Street logo up top. I also started working on Bert and Ernie. I was sure you guys were gonna pick Bert and Ernie, but this is what I have so far for Bert and Ernie so far. There aren't any animations yet, but I was just gonna have them bop up and down, look at each other.
I like his
thing.
vest.
His sweater, yeah.
Sweater.
He always has that cool turtleneck. And I thought about doing like the Rubber Ducky song playing in the background, edit that in later. So that's what I have for the animations. Do you guys have any questions about Dodles and the animating process? I'm just gonna make Ernie go up and down real quick. So I selected the item. I'm just gonna have his head bounce up and down. And that took about almost 4 seconds. So I'm gonna click on him, have him go like that. It's pretty close. And so I'm gonna push play. Now we can see our guys.
They're happy together.
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions about the animations that I just made for
You know
you?
what Gotcha Studio is?
Yeah, one of you brought that up on another live stream, I think last week when I did a Q&A session with you guys. Gotcha Studios is not really animating. It's more like adding text to preset pictures and characters to make like a storyboard. So I am vaguely familiar with Gotcha Studios, but that's not really along the lines of what we're doing here at Dodles. But that does transition really well into our next segment for today's live stream as far as features that you guys want to see. The Gotcha Studios does have those text bubbles that those characters say, and that way you're able to tell a story. And we want to know what kind of features you guys want to see next in the app.
Someone says, nice jacket, Claude.
Hey, thanks. Forever 21. Swipe up to get it. No, I'm just kidding. Just joking. But some of the features that we have talked about as a team is a text feature. So those of you who do use Gotcha Studios, you could add text on your Dodles if you wanted to. Another feature we talked about was like camera features so that you could zoom in, that you could do like a Dutch tilt, things that you would use if you were like working on a movie. Within Dodles, those are features that you could have, or picture uploads. We'd be able to upload a picture to Dodle and then use it how you wanted. So what do you guys think of those features? Are there any of those that you would want first and foremost? Like, yes, I'm using Dodles right now. This is a feature that you need. I really want to be able to upload a picture. Or, oh my gosh, I love Dodles so far. I love what I'm able to do with it, but I would really love it more if I could add text on my Dodles. What are you guys thinking? I want to hear from you guys. So Zeb, if anyone is commenting on that, let me know what they're thinking as well.
How about the, okay, so Endless Code 0 says, how about the ability to set the pivot point of an object to make it easier to rotate and animate?
That's actually something that you are able to do right now within Dodles. If you want, When we go through these features really quick, we'll do that at the end of our live stream today. I'll show you how to change the pivot point of an object, because that is something that you're able to do right now.
Right now, it's a current feature.
Yeah, they should have it in their build right now. So I can go in and show you guys how to do that.
You want to do that now?
Sure, we can do it right now.
Okay.
It's okay. So if I click on Bert and I click on the lightning bolt, then I click on rotate. I rotate him right now, like that. And then there's this button over here. It's a little circle right next to the recreate rotate. If you click on that, right now it shows that the pivot point for that rotation is at the center of the object. So if you click on that and you drag it down, I'm gonna add it to the end of his turtleneck. There, now when it rotates, it should rotate from that point. So then I click the OK stack. So now it's locked in where that rotation point is. Now when I play it, it rotates from the point of the turtleneck.
Ooh.
So I can do the same thing again with Ernie. If I click on him, click rotate, like that. Click on that rotation point button. It's a little circle, kind of looks like a target over on the left-hand side. Right now it's at the center at the item, so I'm gonna drag it down to the end of Ernie's chin. I'm gonna make sure that's okay, lock that into place. And now when I play it, oh,
They love each other.
yeah, they're super cute.
So you guys should have that feature available in the build that you are working in right now. Thanks for the question. That's a good question. And I never know how often I should refresh some of the abilities we have in the app. So thanks for asking that one. So as far as our features go, what would you guys prefer first? Which feature would you like to see first? Would you like to see picture uploading capabilities within the app? Would you like to see camera features like zooming, panning, tracking, tilting, that kind of thing? Or would you guys like to see a text feature first, where you're able to add text on your Dodles? So sound off in the comments. Let us know, because we want to know that kind of information. And I'll also put it up in the Instagram story, either as like polls or questions for you guys to interact with, so we can save that kind of data.
Do you like cats, Claudia?
Actually, I don't like cats.
Ooh.
I'm like severely allergic to them, so I can't spend more than 5 minutes in a room with cats. And I have to take lots of medicine, so no, they're not really my friend.
But cats are good.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with cats. I just don't like them. So if you would have asked me like, are cats evil? I would have been like, no. But I just don't like them. So, and I have a perfect dog. So if you guys have ever seen my dog, he's perfect. His name's Cooper. So I'll show you guys a picture of him sometime.
Endless Code, who had the same question about the pivot point, said that they would like to see pictures.
Pictures?
When we gave them the text, picture, music option to be able to upload pictures.
Okay. And when you're uploading pictures, what would you be using that for? So would you be using that to like trace photos? Or would you be using that for like tracing hand art? That's something that Craig said. I don't know if that's different from tracing photos. Or would you want to use that photo as like a background photo? Would you want to use Dodles as like a photo editor, or did you have something else in mind? So let us know what you're thinking along the lines of like being able to upload pictures. Would you want to use the picture as a character, like a sticker animation, like, or are you thinking like I want to trace the character, like I want to trace a picture of Zeb, so I'm going to upload a picture of Zeb, trace over it, and then use that in an animation. So let me know what you guys are thinking as far as that. I'm just going to take a little tally for what you guys say. So right now we have one person saying they want to do a photo upload for the next new feature. So those of you who are watching right now, shoot us a comment, let us know, don't be shy, we will interact with you. We want to know what you think for these new features. Because like I always say, like you guys, we are building this app for you. We want you guys to be able to animate and create in the way that you want to and express that creativity. So we're asking about new features. We want to hear from you guys so we can start making the app better and bigger and faster, stronger, all that kind of stuff. So, do we have any questions, Deb? No? All right. Well, thank you guys so much for tuning into our live stream. Endless Code, you've been amazing today. Thanks for the questions and the input. Be sure to check out our Instagram story every single day. I always have a poll. I have questions funny stuff, I like gifts, so you guys can stay up to date with what we are doing.
2 things, Claudia. Can you give us a virtual hug? that was like the emoji.
That's all you get? Okay. What's the next thing, Zoe?
People are saying that they'd like to see to trace and also as a background so they can like animate fireflies on a night picture and stuff. And then someone also did a background and another person said stickers.
Okay.
Thanks for all the input, Endless. That's some good input.
Yeah, you guys are really great. We love being able to hear what you're thinking of and what you want to use the app for. Because sometimes you guys will come up with dodls that we never even thought of, like using the tools to make those kinds of things. So we want to be able to, we want to be sure we put the tools in place so you guys can create what you have in mind. So I like the idea of like stickers or tracing photos. That's good information for our development team to know. You guys didn't know we are on YouTube, so you can check us out. We do have tutorials on there. I put these Instagram live streams up on YouTube every day, so if you were like, oh my gosh, I didn't catch the live stream the other day, you can go on our YouTube channel and watch it. And then we also have like our old Kickstarter video. We have like part of the story on how Dodles is built, so if you want more Dodles knowledge, you can go to our YouTube channel and find that kind of stuff out. We do have a Facebook community group. It's called Dodles Community. It's for artists, creatives, people who just love art to come, share their ideas, share what they've been working on, talk about Dodles. So if you want to join that, search Dodles Community on Facebook and we will add you to that group. And if you guys are having issues getting signed up for beta, shoot us an email at chat@Dodles, or you can shoot us a DM and one of us on our customer service team will get back to you and walk you through that process. If you are having an issue, make sure you let us know what email you were using to sign up, so that way we can find you in our little manual database and get things figured out. Do we have any last minute questions or input on new features?
I don't think so.
No? Okay, thank you so much for joining our live stream today. We had a lot of fun. Thanks for voting on Bert and Ernie versus Elmo and Big Bert. I will put both of those finished dodls up in the story at the end of the day for you guys to see the finished product. And make sure that you join us again tomorrow at noon for another live stream. It's New Feature Friday, so I will talk about a new feature. I actually used that feature today in the live stream if you didn't catch it, but we will talk about the eyedropper tool and how to match colors. That's a tool that you guys don't have yet, but it will be coming in the next available build.
And we go live every day?
Yes, Monday through Friday at noon Central Standard Time, so be sure to check us out. I also did want to correct something. Earlier in the week when we had our developers on the live stream, I talked about visibility and scaling coming out in the next build. Turns out that those won't be available just yet. The reason is because we have filed a patent for the technology behind those tools, and we need our patent to go through first before we're able to release it to all of you. So in the next build, I know you guys will have the eyedropper, you'll have the export as a video, you'll also have the tutorials from Craig within the app. So at least 3 new features in the new build. But I'm going to show off that eyedropper tool tomorrow. So if you guys want to see that, be sure to tune in tomorrow at noon. I hope to see you there. Bye.